Hello everyone, it's me Lhey and welcome back to my channel. Today is Saturday and I want to craft with you. I guess I can't call this crafting, I guess just color with me today. I have here our brand new digital stamp set. It's not listed on the website yet, but it will be. If not today, tomorrow. But anyways, every single time that I would post a coloring of my cute critters here, I always get asked, what is my way to color it and to do the blending and to do, a little bit of fun stuff. But here I made some swatches. I am using some Arteza alcohol markers. These are available on Amazon as well. And after this, I'll try and post the link to these products. And I'm also using Online Labels matte sticker paper. And so I did some swatches. This is very important before you color, so that you will know what they actually look like in that paper that you are using. Just because every paper is different, and sometimes the colors from their tip sometimes is very different from what they actually look like, the ink when it's laid to paper. So I think it's very important that you try to do some swatches before you start coloring your stamps or stickers like this. Okay, so I'm just gonna adjust the camera so we can see real close. Okay, so I'm gonna do this Pinky Spooktastic Halloween. I like this. I made my swatches. I know exactly what colors I would like to use for Pinky. I have some peach color in here, 936. We're gonna go over here. The key to when I'm coloring is that I always use the lighter color first. So we'll just start with Pinky's skin. So I'll do here. I do apologize if all of a sudden Winston, my dog, will bark if the mailman comes in. He's pretty good at that. And then if you'll hear my son screaming, it's because he's playing PS4. So remember what our kindergarten teacher said, go one direction when coloring? Yeah, that's a good. You should always go one direction. And if you're doing horizontal, keep doing horizontal until you fill up the whole space. Or if you started vertical, then just keep doing the vertical. Okay. Okay, and if you have any questions, let me know in the live chat. Thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. All right, here we go. And then we'll cover the rest. These are Arteza. I mean, these are not expensive because alcohol markers can be expensive. And I've heard that there's another brand like Oahu or something like that. Markers, I haven't tried that yet. These were sent to me by Arteza, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't use it quite that much. But now using it, I mean, it's alcohol marker, so we're gonna find out later once we start doing some blending. It doesn't come with a brush tip, so it comes with a kind of like a bullet tip like this, and then the other one would be the wide tip. It's not coming to me what you call that, but I usually know what you call that. So these digital stamp set, it's easy to just print and then cut. So I've also included the silhouette cut file so that it's easy for you guys to just load it in your silhouette program and then just print and cut it. Pinky is so cute. actually nice that the bullet tip, you can really get into those small areas. I like that. Because that's what I love about the brush. But I guess with this bullet tip, you can also do that. But it's just going to take you a little bit longer to fill up the larger area. Because with the brush, I think that's what I love about the Copic, is that I don't have to keep doing this over and over. But it's okay. I mean, it's not expensive, so. All right. So we'll lay down our first color. That is the A936. It says Jasmine Yellow. But, all right. And then I'm going to go, looking at my swatch, I want to do the A2492. But see the difference from that A93, A936, and then A2492. So big. And I can't find anything in between to fill up that space. So I'm just going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to go get some Tombow alcohol markers here. And let me just see it, what it's going to look like. So from here, I think that's a little too peachy. See how important it is to really go and swatch your markers before you start coloring? Because sometimes you just really don't know. It's crazy like that. And then, ooh, that's really dark. Can't use that. And got this one. See, this is closer to the A936. And this is the Tombow Abt Pro in, what color is that? 992. Okay, so we'll go with this one first. All right, so the Abt Pro, oh, thank you, Paula. With the Abt Pro, it comes with two tips as well. So the chisel, that's the word that I've been looking for. So chisel tip and then a brush tip. All right, and so we're going to do here, and I'm going to pretend that my light source is over here. And so obviously my shadows would be kind of on this area, right? So we'll just go around this area and create that. So there. Because naturally, even us as humans, that's why it's very important to use two foundations, sometimes two tones, because it's all different, you know. Sometimes we have like a shaded area, shadow area, so that would get darker than usual, like below our neck. So that's where you put in your contour. So it's kind of like this, putting makeup on when we're coloring. So think of it where your contours are going to be. And so I used the dark 987. So here we use three colors. So now I'm going to go back in with the lightest Arteza, and then we're just going to kind of blend those three colors together and see how they work, even if we use the Tombow. But they're all alcohol markers, so they should just blend nicely. It's really nice. So I'm just going to fill in the other one. It's the same color. I'm going to adjust my camera again, so we'll get a little closer again so you guys can see much better. There we go. See how we added now some depth? Okay, so now I want to put in a little bit of blush. So I have here Arteza A9425, and so it's just a peachy color. Just going to add some blush to Blossom here. I mean, Pinky. This is not Blossom. Okay. Oh, so cute. All right. And now we're going to go color in the costume. So I'm just going to set aside the colors that I used for the skin so that it'll be easy for me to grab them later. Okay. So for the mummy costume, it's white. But for it to look like it's white, what I do is I use some blue color, blue and gray actually. So, but I couldn't find the light blue color for Arteza, so I grabbed some Spectrum here, another brand of alcohol markers, and this is the IB1, I'm sorry, IB1. And this is very light. You're not going to see anything. The camera might not pick it up, but I'm just going to go in real quick and just kind of like creating a border. And this will create that, it's going to give us this look that it is white, you know? So the focus of our eyes tells us the illusion that this is all white. Because we really don't have to color it, but then we want it to kind of like pop that, hey, this is white. So this border of kind of like very icy blue, almost not there. There. And then I think I'm just going to go in with the Arteza, the lightest one that I found, which is the A268. All right, and this is it. I'm going to grab it real quick. Just going to go on this corner and kind of create this blue. There. You just want to go in really light. That's the most important thing. And I had to practice because I have naturally heavy hands. So in the beginning, it was very difficult because I would lay down my colors so fast just because of the heavy hands, you know. So just practice. You can get everything with practice. So we have blue in here. So it's really looking cute already. Pinky's so cute. There. And then, hi Tina. Okay, so I'm just gonna go back in with that very light color that we used, Spectrum. I'm just gonna blend those colors in so we don't have any harsh lines. And this is the great thing about alcohol markers, is because when you blend it, it really, I don't know, I just love the look of alcohol markers, you know, but I do love watercolors too. They just have a different look. This looks like a comic. It is like, it's supposed to look like that. It's super cute. Okay, so we have the mummy costume. Okay, now I'm gonna color in those little spiders, itty bitty spiders, and I'm gonna use purple in that one. So Arteza A8277. Just gonna color, it was so cute. All right, and then we're gonna color his candy or her candy. Rain always like, is Pinky a girl or a boy? Yeah, that's it. The Tombow dual brush, that is not an alcohol marker. That is a water-based. You know, so it's really important to understand what is a water-based marker, what is an alcohol marker, you know, and then Faber-Castell, that one is a pigment-based. So it's all different and it gets confusing, you know, when you're not familiar with things and you just buy them. It's like you try to do it a different way. Hey, why is it not doing it like how other people are doing it? You know, so the dual brush, you can actually use it like a watercolor, and that's the fun thing about the dual brush pens, is that the Tombow dual brush is like a watercolor. So once you lay down your colors, you can blend it with a water brush, and it's like watercoloring. It's fun to use. It's just different, you know, than the alcohol markers. Okay, so we're just gonna do one more. Let's try to do the pumpkin so we can see the blending. All right, so I'm gonna use A9432 from Arteza. So again, I created the swatches already, so I know what the colors. So I'm just gonna go in here. I want to do the pumpkin because we can really do some blending in here, and you guys can see when you have shadows and highlights, how it changes your image when you do your coloring. So that's the first color. We're gonna do, I always use 3 colors, and that's just a personal, you know, preference, the way I color things. So A9423 is the second color that I want to use. Now this one, we're going to do the blending from the bottom and the top as well. So we're going to create a middle section that is still very light. Yes, yes, Tina, this is going to be a printable. And I will try to finish it and maybe list it by today. And so as you can see here, we're just creating this, you know. This would be much easier with a brush tip. Like for example, the Tombow ABTs or the Copic, but it's okay. We're gonna do our hardest. Okay, so the next color, the darkest color I want to use is A422. So this one will be listed on the website. There we go. I'm just creating a really dark area here. And the secret to blending is pulling all the colors. So think of it light, medium, dark. And then you want to go back to medium light again, or just go back to the lightest. In this case, I want to go back to the medium first. Okay, so I want to go back to the medium that I use, which is the A9423, and would just pull those dark colors that I laid down. See how I'm kind of like pulling those colors up and just blending them together. And now I want to go in with the lightest color and blend all of these together. Yeah. So let me know if you do enjoy live sessions like this where we can, you know, color together or craft together. I can do a tutorial how you can use these, you know, to create tags or create your own cards. Especially Christmas is coming and, you know. No, I don't think we should do a class where you guys have to even pay. I'll just go live and we'll just color in like this. That is, look at that. And sometimes what I like to do, for example, I've laid down all my alcohol markers and I feel like I still want to add something like to make it really pop and have dark color. So I'm trying to find something right now. If you can hear me like looking for something, I'm trying to find a colored pencil that is really dark. And this one will just add dimension and depth too, like this one. So I'm just using a Prisma colored pencil and look, you can just add in your shadows and depth like this. And it just changes the whole image. You know, it's so fun too. It's super relaxing. Yes, we can buy just the digital stickers or you know, we can buy our own stickers, but creating is always just super relaxing to me. And yes, I know that I can just buy and print my own or I could just color this digitally. But the time when I'm coloring is like really, that's my downtime. It's my relaxing time, you know? So look at that. Look how we changed that. I mean, it just truly changed everything. And then I'm just going to use a brown and I'm going to use this to create this for the trunk. That's it. Looky here. Right? So that was super fun. I hope that you do try and that technique. It doesn't matter. Specific printer. Yes, I use a laser printer. I think it's very important to understand that when you're using a laser printer, you're not going to have any issues when it comes to bleed through when using your alcohol markers. But if you're using an inkjet, maybe you should just try and do some colored pencils. But if you're using laser, you can do a watercoloring with that and the ink will not bleed. You can use alcohol markers, the ink will not bleed. You can use pigment ink like the Faber-Castell, for example, and the ink will not bleed as well. So important to know. And I will put that in the description box as well. So that everybody will understand the difference from the laser and then the inkjet. So because the inkjet, the laser would be, it's like it has a toner where it sets the ink where it's not going to move again. But with the inkjet, it just stays in the paper so that when it gets wet, like if you see some, stickers like if you sneeze and like I do it, or I'm playing with water, it will just bleed everywhere and that's not good. So laser printer is my favorite when it comes to doing some watercolors or coloring with alcohol markers. So I hope you enjoy this. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section down below and we'll try to do this sometime again. And again, these digital stamp sets will be listed on the website. And thank you so much for joining me. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye, guys.